it's Marta. Welcome to another week's KMVB, K-pop music video breakdown, and this time we're talking about EXO's Lucky One. So I'm gonna start by saying that I was really impressed by this video because, I was looking at Monster when the teasers were coming out and I was like, I really like that. And I wasn't sure about Lucky One. But then Lucky One came out and I was just blown away by the plot of it all. So let's just go dive right in ahead and talk about the video's story, which we start with Dio being dragged into some kind of test subject room where, I'm assuming there's you being used to be experimented on. Kai looks pretty, and then there's some blue weird stuff being injected into an IV. The camera pans around and we see different shots of the boys being either thrashing around or just laying and sitting there, possibly sedated. Not quite sure. Then Lei gets dragged off to the moon? Not sure. Maybe this is to indicate that we're in another planet. Maybe it's the planets aligning for them to discover their powers for the very first time, or maybe they're getting it back. I don't know, but this is all confirmed by the Earth's icy dice cubes and Kai. And then we go back into the room, we see them all sitting there. Maybe it was an epiphany that they had where they were sitting there. A window breaks and off we take off running in plastic shirts. So the visor women is like, where do you think you're going? And then she realizes a second too late that she is in some deep shit. Because electrocution happens and her head explodes, which is one way to make sure that she's not chasing you around. Others were running around and get trapped and they looked very concerned, but Kai has an idea. I shall dance at her. And then we have to take a break because, running is difficult and we need to stop and have some nice cold icy water. And we keep running and Kai dances and her head explodes. More heads are exploding. Giving them flowers also explodes their head, which is strange because, it's literally the power of healing. But hey, I don't know. I'm not one to judge killing with kindness. Not my problem. They scamper out of there and the remaining visor women are like, you see that? Let's pretend we didn't see it. I kind of like my head. And they walk away, which is smart. And that was the story of the video. This was an awesome story. I'm not used to EXO videos having such an intricate plot. It's more loosely based with a lot of dancing. It's a good story. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I like the sets. I like the wardrobe. And I like the makeup because it's all kept very plain to aid the sets of the medical facilities environment concept that we have. So that works really, really well. It's also aided by the boys' expressionless performances. Also, I want to talk about the labyrinth at the end was a very nice wink to the EXO fandom. And it was very nice to see the boys go back to the super powered original concept that they debuted with. Speaking of the sets, I also think it's wonderful that even when we're getting not the story sequences and it's just them singing at you, there's something going on in the background, be it them hiding from visor women looking over a window or standing in front of another window when you have another set with even more creepy medical gear. All of this advances the story, advances the set. It just involves you in it as opposed to, being in a light box and just them being sexy at you, which is distracting. So that was really cool. All this entire concept, all this in mind, the concept gets annoying. So on to the song. I was really pleasantly surprised. At first it was kind of understated in my mind because I was so taken with Monster, but the more I listened to it, the more I realized I really liked it. I like the funky, upbeat R&B-ish kind of sound that it has. I guess that's what you can call it. I like how it's so well divided with all the members that everybody gets their moment to showcase their talents and abilities. Everyone gets their moment. As for the lyrics, there's nothing really that stood out to me so bad that I needed to talk about it. It's generally just a very poetic way of saying how they're lucky that they have someone they like so much and how you're the lucky ones because you got each other. It's just in a poetic way, like a song does, but nothing out of the ordinary that I'd be like, whoa, those are the most clever lyrics I've ever seen in my life. It's still a really good song though. I liked it. And as such, the song is a 6.5. On to the dance! There's no dance unless you want to talk about Kai's explosive dancing. Get it? Because he dances and her head explodes and I'm stupid. I'm sorry I made that joke. But anyway, yeah, we're not gonna count that. So on to my favorite moments of the video. Number 3, the way it is filmed. I like the way that the camera is swaying back and forth in that now ever-present one-shot technique that SM really seems to like. as opposed to doing it the way it normally does. You know, it kind of twists, turns, everyone keeps showing up, and I really like how that was done. Number 2! That was really intense. Is the break scene when, you know, we're tired of running, so we must take a break and drink some water. And number 1 favorite moment is the random Kai dance, which first I thought he was like doing I don't even know what he was doing, but it's like, even Hayes confused about it. I saw an interview and he was like, I don't know why I was dancing in front of the girl. Neither do I. But hey, it worked, I think. And the total video gets a 7.75. And it ties with Red Velvet. And it goes over Red Velvet because I do like Lucky One a little bit more than one of these nights. Let me know in the comments what your favorite moment was. Let me know if you agree with the scoring. Would you have given it higher? Why? Let me know why. Always let me know why, because I'm nosy and I want to know all about your business. And if you want to know all about my business, you can follow me on social media, as well as like this video and subscribe for more content. And I will see you around in Wonderland. Bye! Number 2 is the let's take a break from, what are you talking? Shh.